Today we're going to look at Oklahoma and their three vertical play action game that they have. What they really like to do is to put their twins into the boundary, and what they end up doing is having some kind of run action this direction, whether it's outside zone or counter, and then they have a three vertical concept. So what they have is actually have this guy, he comes in, makes it look like he's coming to block, and then he goes vertical and he almost fades right there. Outside they have a vertical read, so he's pressing. If this guy plays off, the corner plays off, and he just goes ahead and pivots. If he can get over top of him, he keeps going. Out here, I believe they have a vertical read as well. The only time they got over there to that side, they got a little bit of pressure and they roll to it, and we'll see that look later. But what they actually do is they go outside zone this way on this play, and this guy actually takes 2 steps, and then he comes back. So he takes 2 steps there, and then he comes back to the backside end right there to seal. We're faking outside zone right there with the running back. Quarterback slides just a little bit, not just a ton. He's looking one with that inside guy, and then we've got a vertical read outside. If this guy plays that guy coming in, then that really just opens up a one-on-one matchup right here with our corner and the outside receiver to the short side of the field, which should be a little bit easier to throw than if you're going to the field throw with the vertical read. So right here we'll play it, and we'll let you guys see exactly what takes place. Again, you can see we're going outside zone action right there with the line. Of course, not getting upfield, but they are drop stepping. They're opening their shoulders, and they're getting some movement right there horizontally. Big thing right here, you can see this fullback, he takes 1-2, and then he comes backside to seal. Even gets wrong shoulder, so it even makes it easy for him right there to be able to hold that. Quarterback takes a little bit of slide right there. He was lined up directly on the hash. He took a little bit of a slide, maybe a yard or two, that direction to make sure that he's staying in that pocket. And you can see the safety's rolled down pretty tight, and whenever he comes in right here and guards this guy, now he knows, hey, we're one-on-one out there. Corner is way off, so he ends up coming back to it. He flips out there for easy completion. They run this concept in a few different ways, and we'll show you both of them, but that's pretty easy. Throw and catch, good run action right there by Oklahoma, and kind of keeps those guys off balance. You can see how hard, if you watch these linebackers this play, how hard those guys actually get into the box whenever they see that fake and those linemen are actually running, turn their shoulders. All three of those linebackers in their 3-3 stack are getting downhill. They're all at the line of scrimmage or past when that ball is thrown. So we'll look at some more plays of this exact concept, and then one that's very similar, three vertical concept. Here's a play that looks actually like it might be a bust from their fullback here. I'm not trying to be a coach or anything, but based off of what we've seen, this kind of looks like he should go 2 steps and then be backside right there on that DN. They're pretty much going like outside zone action right here. He's going to slide a little bit. He's coming in and going vertical, a bit of vertical read out here. Quarterback's eyes start over here on this 3 vertical concept. And right here they end up getting pressure. It looks like the fullback may have busted. Kyler Murray makes him right. He scrambles over there to the single side, and looks like they're able to throw a comeback or vertical read over there on that side. But you can see, again, just kind of giving you a different look at those routes. That guy coming in real abruptly and from the slot, real good angle, then he goes vertical. And you can see how hard those linebackers are really flowing, trying to give those guys a good run action and get them there. And you can also see, just based off of this route right here, how far this guy's getting in and how there's no underneath coverage right here for the one-on-ones. So really good concept right here. Looks like they may have busted, and that fullback should be there backside for a little bit more solid protection. But again, you can just see a lot of the things and why they do these verticals and like to have those 2 verticals from that side of the field. Here's the second way that Oklahoma likes to run their 3 vertical concept. And with this, they actually get into a 3-back set. They motion this guy in right there, get him into the backfield so they can kind of change up who's running their 3 verticals. And they snap it right there as soon as he gets to the box. It's not as much of an outside zone look or counter look with that line. It's almost just a full slide, and they're going to slide that direction. This guy that just motioned in now, he's backside, fake right there. He's coming backside as well. Now he's the guy that's running this vertical on this side. Again, we got a vertical read right here, and still a vertical read over here on this side. If you feel like you're one-on-one matchups, or maybe when they see that motion, they roll a safety or something in that direction, you can definitely go up there. But we'll play it, and you can see full slide by the line, fullback or the tight end motion in. Now he's the backside C-gap blocker. Fullback runs right down the seam. You can see he's getting carried by the linebacker, holds the linebacker to let him fall underneath that vertical read real quickly, and they're able to throw and catch outside on a one-on-one matchup, and as well as hold that safety with that guy. And you can see not an outside zone fake right there by the running back or anything. He's actually getting downhill, making it look more like his inside zone tracks on this one. and then he comes backside to block. Again, it's just three vertical concept with three verticals coming, or two verticals coming from the boundary right there, so that you have your numbers to that side of the field that's shortest and creates an easiest throw. So again, pretty easy concept with a little bit of a run action to keep them off balance. Here's another look from Oklahoma out of their three-back set where they're running their three verticals with that fullback going down the middle. We'll play it so you guys can see exactly what takes place. Again, that guy comes in motion. He's going backside. Line's pretty much full sliding. A little bit of play action right there, just pretty much going their inside zone track with the back, and he's going backside to help seal. Quarterback on this, he actually starts to the field with his eyes, and it looks like they're kind of giving a little double move right here with this receiver. A lot of times what it looks like they're doing a kind of a slant fade type deal, and that guy's off. What I would really tell this guy if we're going slant fade out here to this side, that guy's way off. We're never going to beat him deep, so go ahead and just stop right there with a lot of space. But they end up continuing to take that vertical, so he ends up coming backside. Basically, I think what they're doing is they're going one right there on that slant fade, and two right there down the middle, and they've got three outside on the vertical read on this play. So we'll play it and we can see exactly what takes place. He ends up getting all the way to his third read and throwing it out there on that VR. Good protection because you got full slide, you got 7 guys, 2 guys on the backside, and just the easy throw and catch right there to the single with a chance for an explosive play on that slant fade to the field. This look, Oklahoma starts off in their 3-back set, 3 guys in the backfield, motion 1 guy out, and then they end up bringing him back in. Just a different way, just different looks, so they can get back to the same thing that they want to do for these 3 verticals. Is full slide right here for the line going that direction. Inside zone track right there. He's coming backside. He's going to go right there. He's going down the middle right there. We got a vertical read here, and I believe out here with the Z, he's going to go slant with a fade, trying to read it right there. And you can see the quarterback's eyes actually start over there to that side, and then he progresses across. One thing that's really good about this play is that you get those 2 verticals to the short side of the field. So if they're going that vertical down the seam, now a lot of times you're going to get a nice easy throw to the short side of the field, which is easier throw. Right here, Kyler Murray shows kind of his baseball background, stepping up in the pocket, a little bit off balance, able to make a throw with a lot of velocity on it, even though he's off balance. But you can see just a little bit of window dressing here on this play for Oklahoma. Motion him out, bring him back, still a little action trying to hold those backers. Then it just goes through his progression: 1 to the field, 2 on the seam, and then 3 on the vertical read to the short side of the field. When Oklahoma played Texas Tech, they must have seen something that they really liked on their action, so that they could fake counter. And what they end up doing is just make it look like we're going GH counter, taking care of everybody. He pretty much bases this guy right here. Guard and fullback pull here backside. He fakes across and he steps up to seal. So we're basically full slide with everybody with a guard pulling to seal the edge, and basically 3 guys off the edge over there. Again, a lot of times they're running a slant fade over here. He's coming in like he's cracking, then he goes vertical, and we've got a vertical read right there to the single. Really reading, going 1 and then 2 on the vertical read. If he's guarding that, or if that outside backer guards him, now we're definitely 1-on-1 out here with the corner and with our receiver. But we'll play real quick and see exactly what takes place. Again, you can see that counter action. Pretty solid protection, and just based off the action, you can see that guy, the inside backers are really stepping up. Even the outside backer is really in no man's land. He's not rushing, he's not dropping, so he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of standing there in space. You can see the good route there by the slot, tight end. He comes in at an angle a little bit, and then he bursts vertical, trying to create space. And I think that's the reason why they like to bring that in, is just to create space for that outside receiver on the VR. And what they end up doing a lot is they end up fading with that guy. I'm not sure exactly why they do that. It looks like a lot of times sometimes they get stacked up. Right here on that VR, the outside receiver thinks that he's even with the guy, so he keeps rolling, trying to create an explosive play. And right here's a really good ball, really good catch in a really tight window for an explosive play. And you can see how that tight end ends up kind of on the same plane, because after he comes in, he ends up fading. I'm not sure if they're trying to hold that corner as well whenever he comes in. If he doesn't get it on that seam, now he actually holds the corner, has a chance to block the corner if they set it down. But they do that a lot where they actually fade. I'm not sure exactly why they do it. Maybe you guys have a little bit better grasp of that, but I probably would have had him continue vertical almost down the hash and maybe even curl it up towards the middle. But right there, big explosive play based off of holding those guys and getting a one-on-one matchup, because they're able to hold this safety with him coming in. He stays low. Now it's one-on-one right there. Against Texas Tech again, they really like to run their counter series right here because they still feel like they got their numbers. He's back on that B gap player. He's basically basing this end. He's got A gap, he's got B gap, and then they basically got three guys coming over here to the side that's basically away from the slide. Again, what we'd have is we'd have a slant fade. He's coming in, he's going vertical. You can see there's a big alley right here. Looks like that corner's trying to trap right there. He's got the vertical read. That corner's down, so he's probably going to stay vertical. But you can see that big alley right there. I believe they take advantage of it. Right there, they see it. Pop it to him. There's our first look right here off of this action, especially with this good hard run fake. Trying to get those backers to step up. And he's able to pop it to him right there for an explosive play. And you can see the guy outside right there, he's even running that comeback. He probably saw that safety kind of get over the top. He's probably running to the flats, and he's getting over there. So he's still wanting to come back into that hole shot window. We probably would have made it a little bit easier and just tried to do it on the hole shot where his shoulder pads was great. He didn't have to turn his back to anything. Just kind of drift right there. But again, you saw him. This is one of the few times they were actually able to hit this guy on that seam, and they ended up getting a big play off of it against Texas Tech.